This is the story of how 460 Dutch settlers defeated 15,000 Zulu warriors in the Battle of Blood River in 1838. It was payback for a Zulu ambush, Red Wedding style, that left scores of settlers dead. More on that in a moment because it's nuts. But first, to understand this fight, you have to know a little South African history. In 1652, the Dutch East India Company established a refueling outpost near the Cape of Good Hope to supply ships traveling between Europe and Asia. It later grew into the Dutch Cape Colony. Thousands of Dutch farmers immigrated and slowly developed their own distinct culture. Then Napoleon Bonaparte comes to power in France in the late 1700s, takes over the Netherlands, and in turn, control of the Cape Colony. When Napoleon is finally defeated in 1815, the British take over. The Dutch settlers, they didn't like it, especially after the British outlawed slavery in their colonies in 1834. It started a mass migration known as the Great Trek. Settlers packed up their wagons and moved from the colony out into the frontier in search of land and autonomy. That's where they encountered the powerful Zulu kingdom. Over the previous decades, the Zulu had been consolidating power by defeating rival African kingdoms and developing a complex society of up to 500,000 people. The leader of the settlers, Piet Retief, met with the Zulu king Dingane, who said he would grant the settlers land concessions if they helped him by retrieving cattle stolen by a rebel chief. The settlers accomplished the mission, and Dingane invited them to a ceremony to celebrate. But the Zulu chief was suspicious of the settlers. They'd also taken weapons from the rebel chief and refused Dingane's demands to hand them over, referring to recent settler military successes over other powerful African forces as proof they were a power to be reckoned with. When the settlers arrived, they were asked to leave their weapons behind in a show of trust and respect. The settlers complied, even though some of them worried it was a trap. A celebration commenced, there was beer and dancing, but then a sudden change. The king accused the settlers of sorcery and ordered his men to kill them. Chaos ensued, and all the settlers present were executed. Zulu forces then attacked nearby settlements, killing hundreds more, including women and children. The settlers wanted revenge. On December 16, 1838, less than 500 settlers faced 15,000 Zulu warriors. The Zulu had numbers, but the settlers had guns and cannons. The Zulu charged again and again, and they were cut down by the settlers' fire. By the end, around 3,000 Zulu were dead. The settlers didn't lose a single fighter. It is said that the Nkome River, near where the battle was fought, ran red with the blood of Zulu fighters, hence the name given to the battle. After that, the settlers actually allied with one of Dingane's rivals for the Zulu throne to overthrow him. Dingane fled and was later assassinated. That led to an alliance between the settlers and the Zulu that lasted until the British annexed the territory in 1843.